Hey everybody, welcome to Hadrick Enterprises here in Faulkton, South Dakota. We're really excited to give you a tour of the calving pasture today. And just for a little bit of reference, Faulkton is located in north central South Dakota. So if you go this direction, you're about 60 miles to North Dakota. If you go this direction, you're about 50 miles to the Missouri River. Got the whole family here. We got Reese, Olivia, Cali, that's the one in the Carhartt coat. Tegan sitting there next to her, and there's Stacy, my wife. So clear back last June, all of these cows behind me and others, we got them bred. We had them synchronized them, lined them up for a breeding season, and we breed them back in June. So they have about a 9-month gestation period, which is pretty similar to humans actually. So fast forward to last fall. Last fall, then we gather up the cows in the fall, and we actually use an ultrasound machine to determine their pregnancy. And we can even determine the age of the fetus, and that allows us, when we get to this time of year, that we can determine like what time or what days they're going to calve. Helps us do a little bit of sorting so we can concentrate on the ones that are going to be calving sooner rather than a little bit later in the season. And so we're excited to get to this point and seeing how those genetics work. We work really hard on all that stuff. So
and I got Cali, the ranch hand here. She helps me quite a bit in the tractor and stuff with cows. Some of my responsibilities that I normally have to deal with, I feed bales every morning. And so what that consists of, in the summer we cut hay, and then we'll bale it up in round bales and then stack it and everything, get it down to our feed yard here. And then like these cows here, they're eating hay that we just unrolled here not too long ago.
So his sister's Olivia.
So yeah, like Tegan said before, our online classes, in the morning we get up and we feed bales. And I cut the net wrap off and open the gate so he doesn't have to get out of the tractor. And then we go inside for class, and in the afternoon we'll go out with Dad and we get caught up on all of our tagging, and we can, whatever needs to be in the barn, we can check on them, feed them, and just make sure everything's going okay.
All right, so we heard from Livy. Now we got Miss Reese right here. So Reese, what are some of the things that you have to do now that you're doing online school? What are some of your chores?
I have allergies, so I'm allergic to a lot of things that have to do with the cows. So I help in any way I can with the baby calves when they get brought into the house, or sometimes I go help bottle feed some of them. I also stay in and cook for the crew, so when they come in, I'll have lunch ready for them and I make supper.
Man, and do we like having a warm meal. So what's one of the favorite things that you cook for us when it's cold outside? South Dakota winter, what do we like to eat?
Chili.
So how do you make chili? What is our favorite ingredient in chili?
Certified Angus.
Certified Angus Beef, absolutely, yeah. And so Stacy helps a lot around here, besides the rest of her jobs that she has to do. But Stace, unfortunately you're stuck with me, so what do you have to do sometimes to help around here?
I'm pretty much the gopher, which means I do whatever they need help. Sometimes I'm shoot side with Troy, sometimes I'm out here with him taking calves, sometimes I'm in charge of just making sure the family keeps moving. So like most moms, like you are, I get up every day and think about things like, what am I going to make for lunch? What am I going to make for supper? But I also think about how are our cattle being taken care of, and how can I support my family and the work that we do.
Luckily, like I said, when the weather's nice, usually only things that happen is we see cows start calving. Sometimes we'll start to see the feet stick out, and really within about 20 minutes it's all said and done. It doesn't take very long typically. If it takes longer than that, then we know there might be some things that we need to go check out and see, make sure things are doing fine. So one of our favorite times of the year on the ranch, well, this time of year is pretty darn nice, as long as the weather holds, but it sure is fun watching these baby calves be born. We work really hard on our genetics. Our goal is to raise cattle that will perform very well and really create some really great tasting beef ultimately. And so getting to see this kind of first step in the process is pretty fun. We're just going to stop about right here. We don't need to get too much closer. This calf was born 2 days ago, and he's taking a little nap there, hanging out with the cow. So if you can kind of see, cow's number is X60, and calf's got the same number. We use artificial insemination extensively throughout our herd. Every cow on the place will go through that program first, and then we use bulls that we turn out after that, and the bulls will use natural service in case artificial insemination doesn't stick. But I think what's really cool for me is that we get to actually be kind of the first step in the whole process. So in order to get all the way to that restaurant, and you guys go and you sit in a restaurant or you buy a steak in a retail store with that Certified Angus Beef logo on it, I think the cool thing about that is you know that that stuff has a story, that meat has a story, and it starts at places just like our family ranch here. So we're able to continue trying to improve those genetics, to continue improving the meat quality and that eating experience. This is where it starts. It starts out here in the prairie, for our story at least, and it's something that we're really proud of. So I think we'll go ahead and sign off. We want to say thank you again for joining us on the tour. If you've got other questions, be sure and put them in the comments. We'll get to them as soon as we can. But it's sure been a privilege for us to show you around our ranch, and hopefully the next time you're in a grocery store or a restaurant that you'll get a chance to, and you see that logo, that Certified Angus Beef logo, that you can kind of put a face to that, and you'll have an idea where some of that comes from. So thanks everybody, and we hope you have a great day.